This is a wrap-up event of our youth Accano program. We got Trillium funding about 2 years ago to run a program that was mainly centered around providing culturally appropriate anchored systems navigation supports to newcomers who choose to make Sault Ste. Marie their home. And when we sent the call out there, we got an overwhelming request and need from many parents who really wanted to be able to be in a group that they could receive mentorship support as well as one-on-one support in terms of their settlement journey here in Sault Ste. Marie.
In 2020, the Ontario Trillium Foundation granted us $170,000 to put on programming for newcomer parents, specifically Black parents. There are two phases to this program. One is a kitchen table topic, or that's what we call it, because once a month we get together, we cook a meal, traditional meals. Once we prepare their meal, we'll sit down and we'll discuss issues and challenges that face us as Black parents up north here in Sault Ste. Marie. The other aspect of our programming is swimming and water safety. They're very good, a lot of success stories, myself included. I never knew how to swim, and I remember the moment when I could float. That was a huge moment for me. And this story, you'll find it replicated in so many of the other parents.
This is called chapati. Chapati is an East African flatbread with origins from India.
Every time we meet, we have a couple of parents who volunteer to showcase a cultural cuisine that they grew up enjoying and eating. And what we do, we all come out together to support, to learn, because we learn from one another. There was that gap where most parents really wanted to enjoy some cultural cuisine, but many of them did not know where to find supplies, the ingredients, and how to be able to put all that together. So today, behind me here is a celebration. It's a celebration of food, of spices, of culture, of many people coming together and enjoying. And you are in the kitchen with us. You did see the different things that were going in different corners. Those were many kitchens brought together into one big, large cultural kitchen. And we do this to support one another. As part of our programming, once we sit here, we'd enjoy a good meal. And then we'll now start reflecting and talking about what are the needs that families have and how can we be able to help them address those needs in a very culturally safe space.
For me especially, I remember, I think it was the first cooking session that we had, and the kitchen was buzzing. And there were so many languages being spoken and everybody's talking. There was laughter and there were jokes and like food smelled amazing. And actually I had tears in my eyes because, and I told them, I'm like, you guys really reminded me of my own family.
You know, for me to be involved in community work, the reward I get from the work that I do is when I see the advancement that families receive and get from the support that we have here. We invited a guest speaker from one of the local banks here, and as I talk today, I'm so happy to say that we have so many family members here who made that next step to get a credit card, and having used it for the past 1 or 2 years, they've been able to go and get a car, and some are now saving money towards something bigger and greater. So the reward that I really get from doing this work is to see families happy, is to see families enjoying their life here and really settling down and calling Sault Ste. Marie home.
Everything comes back to how we've curated a community where it's, you know, we get to celebrate ourselves without judgment, without fear, but you also get to learn and you get to improve on yourself, right? So for me, I think it comes down to community and the feeling that we were able to curate here together.
This program is coming to a close. It was a 2-year funding program. I'm really hoping that we can receive funding to continue similar programs, because we go through a revolving door of new families coming. So these families have learned, they are now equipped with the knowledge. We still have other new families coming in. And I would love to see these families who have learned now mentor the new families who are coming in, so that we continue to support each other and learn from one another. Because what really makes a difference in life is, if I have something so good, then let me share it with somebody else to make their life better. And if we continue to do so, we would have a very welcoming, inclusive, and a happy place to call home. Last and not least, I would like to really thank all our partners, all our guests who have really made this program what it has been for the last 2 years. So first and foremost, I would like to thank Harvest at Goma for opening their hearts and opening their space and opening their certified kitchen for us to be able to meet here every month. I would also like to thank the Sault Community Career Center. They've been our financial mentor, and without them we'll not be where we are today. And I would also like to thank Trillium, because the funding that we have had for the last 2 years was from Trillium, the provincial government. So to all our funders, to all the partners that we have worked with, and all our guest speakers who have had to drop what they are doing to come here and do this great work with us, I say a big thank you so much. I see the impact that the community of Accano continues to have on this community, and I'm just hoping that we can meet more people and do more things together as a welcoming community in Sault Ste.